Welcome to the second day of the first ever BVTV Stunt broadcast. We're here in Storm Lake, Iowa at Buena Vista University with our stunt game between Buena Vista University and Concordia University. I'm Amelia Jacobs, and this is Grace Downey, and we'll be talking through the different things that are going on today for stunt. So Grace, you want to tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Grace. I'm from Ogden, Iowa originally. This is my second year at BV. I'm a junior this year. This is my last stunt season. I am on the team, but I'm out of the game today due to injury. But I'm excited. It's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah, that's awesome. So is stunts can be kind of dangerous then?
Yeah, for sure. It's a very heavily contact sport. Yes, lots of injuries very often, so.
Yeah, looks like our girls are starting to warm up.
Yep.
Maybe someone got hit out there already.
Yeah, I know we do have a couple of injuries already.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go to a commercial, and then we'll come back and talk more about the welcoming and setting up the match.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we want to give our customers a large variety of options.
And that's why we created the new Buffet Your Way. All you have to do is request your favorite pizza at the counter.
I'll take a bacon cheeseburger pizza, please.
Pick it up and enjoy it with all the other great selections.
Check out the country's best chicken.
Grab a bowl of savory soup and choose from a lineup of fresh salad.
Top off your Pizza Ranch buffet with our famous cactus bread.
Now that's Buffet Your Way.
Pizza Ranch Storm Lake. Buffet your way.
Stop by and pick up your choice of BVU gear and apparel at the Lanus Campus Spirit Store.
Looks like Buddy's watching one of his favorite sports teams. I thought so. Whoa, wait, where are you going? Buddy? Of course, he's at the BVU football game. Buddy, did you know you could be broadcasting the game through BVTV Sports? You and a team can broadcast professional sports productions, just like any big-name network does. Now, if that's not cool, I don't know what is. I guess that's pretty cool too. BVTV, by Beavers, for Beavers.
We've got some key players on the mat today. So for Buena Vista University, we have Emma Chase. She's a senior here at Buena Vista University, and her position is a base, and she's from Rock Rapids, Iowa. And then for Concordia University, we also have a key player, and her name is Abby Porter. Abby is a junior at Concordia University. Her favorite food is pasta. That's an interesting fact. And she's from Phoenix, Arizona. So that's pretty cool. And then I'm just going to talk about some keys to the game. So right now, we just are really looking forward to the team staying cool, calm, and collected. They need to trust their practice results. They need to play the mind game. Can you talk a little bit about that, Grace?
Yeah, so Kezia, the head coach here, she uses a lot of strategy. That's like our main point to the game here. So there's different things we can do to put ourselves ahead of the other teams by calling different rounds that they may not have, or maybe rounds that they have more than 8 deductions, which means they don't get the point for. Mm-hmm. So that's a big thing we do, and it's really helped us so far. So,
and I do see one more. Don't drop anyone, and I'm sure that's
that
a
is
big
important.
thing.
We try not to do that. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, yeah, they're warming up. I mean, it looks like they're having fun for sure. So today, the stunt game will feature 4 quarters of competition that consists of rounds in which teams will perform pre-choreographed routines head-to-head on the competition floor. For quarter 1, they'll have partner stunts. Quarter 2 is pyramids and tosses. Quarter 3 is jumps and tumblings, and quarter 4 is the team routine. So that will be all of that combined. We appreciate everyone's attendance today and want to thank you all for your support of these athletes and the new sport they represent. So we're really looking forward to seeing all that these girls have to offer throughout the game today. I know that yesterday, between the first game and the second game, there was so much improvement, so that was impressive. Yeah, so now we're going to go to a quick commercial, and then after that, we're going to talk about across the mat a little bit.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we want to give our customers a large variety of options.
And that's why we created the new Buffet Your Way. All you have to do is request your favorite pizza at the counter.
I'll take a bacon cheeseburger pizza, please.
Pick it up and enjoy it with all the other great selections.
Check out the country's best chicken.
Grab a bowl of savory soup and choose from a lineup of fresh salad.
Top off your Pizza Ranch buffet with our famous cactus bread.
Now that's Buffet Your Way.
Pizza Ranch Storm Lake. Buffet your way.
It's Cone from downtown. Bang! She's got it. What a shot from the parking lot. Oh my goodness.
Madison tracks down the ball for the Beavers.
What a great catch. Able to track it down. Absolute ball hawk. Rocking with the serve, and that's an ace.
Nice attack there. Really put it right on target.
Can't complain. You love seeing competition like this from the Beavers.
Storm Lake Bakery has been a staple of the community since its opening in 1916. From fried cinnamon rolls to cream-filled long johns, the bakery offers a variety of baked goods. A community favorite is their delicious donut holes. Storm Lake Bakery is open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Stop by for gourmet pastries and freshly brewed coffee today.
I'm here with Emma Chase for Across the Mat. She is one of our stunt captains. So, I know you've been in stunt for quite a while. What have you learned, or what do you love about it?
I love the competitiveness of it and the fact that you can get better each time. With each tournament that we have, we improve on every single round. So by our last game and our last tournament, we were playing the best we've ever played. And I like that we're able to do that. It's not just a one and done thing.
What's your favorite part about stunt?
My favorite part about stunt is throwing people up in the air. It makes me feel strong, and I like to see how high I can get them up there.
That's fair. So if you were to let someone on the team date your son, who would it be?
That is a tough question. Oh my gosh. Tiffany, 100%.
Why?
She's the sweetest gal I know. Yeah, it'd be Tiffany.
That's fair. Well, that was Across the Mat with Emma Chase. Well, welcome back to the second day of the first ever BVTV stunt broadcast. Looks like our girls are still warming up, but I mean, it's almost time to get going. So Emma said that she would take Tiffany to date her son. How do you feel about that?
I think that's a very good answer. Tiffany is probably the sweetest person ever. She's very quiet and calm, and she's hilarious too. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a good choice, I would say. Good choice.
If I were to ask you that question, what would you say?
I think probably Mackenzie.
Okay.
She does have a very long-term boyfriend, but I love her. She's also
that's fair.
The sweetest ever. She's that tall, the tall one standing in the back there.
Awesome.
It was her birthday yesterday.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's great. Our girls are just circling up. Looks like they're talking over some strategy. Yeah. Emma's really ready.
She's ready, yes. I think after yesterday's really close game, everyone's really ready to get going here.
Yeah,
so.
They're hyped.
Yes, for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, they're gonna do the national anthem pretty soon, so they're gonna line up and do the national anthem.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's stunt game here inside of Siebens Fieldhouse on the campus of Buena Vista University. A stunt game will feature 4 quarters of competition that consists of rounds in which teams will perform pre-choreographed routines head-to-head on the competition floor. Quarter 1 will be partner stunts. Quarter 2, pyramids and tosses. Quarter 3, jumps and tumbling. And quarter 4, the team routine. We appreciate your attendance and thank you for your support of these athletes and the new sport that they represent. And now if we could ask everyone to please rise if you're able to do so. Direct your attention to the flag on the east wall as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
So now our ref is coming out onto the mat. Her name is Kaya Pernick. And then our coaches and as well as our captains are going out for the coin toss.
From the Concordia University-Chicago,
so today
head
we
coach
do have
Farrar.
Buena Vista University and
And
Concordia
from right here in
University.
Storm Lake,
So we'll see who gets to start this game off. So it looks like Concordia gets to decide what is going to happen first. So like I mentioned, quarter 1 will be partner stunts and BV will start, and it's where they're going to decide to do round 1. So what's your favorite round?
Personally, my favorite, I like the pyramids and tosses quarter 2 the best.
Okay.
We recycle rounds with the year that they're in. So like this year's an even year, so we keep all the even rounds that we have practiced. So my all-time favorite is the second round of pyramids and tosses. I did it last year too, and I just think it's really fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And there's the ding. The girls are looking strong. A little stumble over there, but I mean on BV, but it looks pretty good.
Lots of changes today, so
yeah. It's at the beginning though. They'll get it.
Yeah.
So I see there's a player out there wearing a different colored jersey. What does that mean?
Yes, so she is a spotting just to ensure that no stunts fall and nobody gets injured. So you have to wear a different colored shirt so it's very obvious that they're stunting and they're not actually participating in the round.
Yeah, definitely. So does she have any basic rules that she has to follow?
They're supposed to just stand aside, stand clean to the side and not interfere unless they absolutely have to. Their like main purpose is just to save the flyer if they fall.
So they're like a just in case person.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Especially adding in new people today. We just want to make sure everybody is safe. So
I do find it interesting that the judges have an iPad and they basically go through it frame by frame.
Yes.
Look at every minute detail.
Yes. So to find the deductions, it has the goal of the rounds are to be exactly perfect to our count sheets.
It did look like Concordia took that one. So BV will have 0 points and Concordia will have 1 point for that first round.
This is round 2.
BV decided to defer this one, which means they will not take place in it. Concordia is really strong.
They're very clean with this round, for sure.
I'm not seeing like anything that's wrong at all. Oh, the little stumble
over there.
Yep. It's awesome how much fun they have while they're doing it. For sure.
Yeah, it's fun for sure, especially doing it with all your friends. Everyone's really close on the sidelines, and especially like getting to travel with your team is super fun.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
So we can look at some standings first for a second. So Concordia is sitting at 5th right now. And then BVU is sitting at 7th. So it'll be interesting to see how these games play out because it could change exactly how they are ranked.
Yes, for sure. The rankings they've been really confusing, but we played a school a couple weeks ago who played against Concordia, and we scored pretty similarly. So we figured these games would be pretty close.
Yeah, and that's always good to be evenly matched.
Yeah.
Yeah, so BV has played 6 games so far and won 2. And Concordia has played 3 and won 1, it looks like.
Yes, I think they have played quite a few less. This one must be close. They're really examining the video here.
Yeah, it seems like the more time the judges take looking
at
it,
the closer.
Yeah.
Yes, that's always how it goes.
Yeah, they're just trying to figure out what's going on.
And usually there's supposed to be 3 judges, and we only have 2 here today, so that makes it take a little longer as well.
Awesome. Yeah, so how was last year's season for you?
It was really good. We went a lot farther than we ever imagined we would in our first ever season. It was a really fun season. We learned a lot.
Yeah, I heard you guys even made it to nationals.
Yes, we did, which was really, we did not anticipate that at all.
Sure.
Especially for our first year, we were not expecting that, but it was really fun, and we played very well at nationals. So,
can you tell me a little bit of how stunt is different than any other sports? I know that you guys get to even play D2.
Yeah, so I think this is the first team this year we've played that is a D3. We've played lots of D2s and NAIA schools.
And Concordia did take that point. So Buena Vista University will still be at 0, and Concordia University will be at 2.
And Kezia is challenging that win there. That's what that means.
And how does that work? She has to have a specific count, correct?
Yes. So our count sheets are laid out in like numbers of 8 counts. So usually they have 9 to 10 8 counts, I want to say. And she has to challenge exactly like one piece of a specific 8 count. She has to know which one it is that she thinks is incorrect.
And what happens if she's wrong?
If she's wrong, she loses a timeout.
Okay.
Yes.
But they also do get to rest during this. So
yes, they do get to rest, so it's kind of
timeout.
Yeah, it's beneficial for both teams.
Yeah.
And then the ref is telling the other coach what she's challenging.
Just to keep everybody on the same page. Yeah, that's totally important. And then she can relay it to her girls.
Yes, exactly.
So then the judges have to kind of just reevaluate everything and.
Yep, and even if she was correct in her challenge, if they still did the routine with less than 8 deductions, they will still get the point. But Kezia will get to keep her timeout because she was correct in her challenge.
Okay.
So
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, and they use this time to kind of go over strategy or rest and all that.
Yep. Looks like
Yeah,
they
looks
got
like we're
it.
going to have a verdict. Concordia did still take that point. So
They
it
did.
will be Buena Vista 0 and Concordia 2.
Kezia called routine 5, and neither team looks like they're going to do it. And a half timeout.
We have a timeout being called by the Cougars.
And that was
Round
called by
three.
Concordia University, the Cougars. So what's your stunt position?
I am a primary base for the most part.
Okay. Do you enjoy that?
I do, yeah. I've done both sides of basing, so I can do either. But I've been a base since I was in high school, so it's very accustomed to the position.
What did you do in high school?
I just did cheerleading in high school, both like competitive and game day.
Okay, fair enough.
Team
They're
4.
doing Team 4, yes. It looks like BV deferred again.
Yes, this is a redo of last year's. This was a routine last year as well, so this is the second year they've probably had practice for this.
So is deferring a strategy in itself?
Yes, so since BV deferred, Concordia has to do this routine in less than 8 deductions.
Yeah, so basically it has to be perfect except for 8 mistakes.
Yes, and it's the mistakes can be so small, like a step. Like if a base takes an extra step, that's 1 deduction. So it's really easy to get to 8.
So is there a difference between minor and major?
Yeah, so minors are usually like 1 point, and majors are like big things that go wrong, like if you miss a skill entirely, that's a major. So
interesting. Yeah. So what's your favorite part about stunt?
I really like spending time with my team. All of our practices are super fun. It's really fun to learn all of the new routines and work on the routines that we had last year, like the repeated routines. It's just been a really fun time, and we have a great team. Everybody's super nice and fun. And Kezia is a great coach too, so it makes it really enjoyable.
That's awesome. I've heard that she has a glittering personality inside and out, including like her license plate and her pen and her notebook.
Oh yes, she is a sparkly notebook that like a sequence. You can flip it up and down. She has a very fun pen. Even her shoes that she's wearing today, I don't know if you can see them right now, but they're very sparkly and fun. They're like little. She always wears fun shoes. She has
yeah, I do see them
sparkly
glittering
Uggs
over there.
too. So she's
That's
a very
awesome.
fancy lady.
And I do see that our the Concordia University Cougars are currently doing a kick line for Sweet Caroline. So, yeah, they're always having fun. And then BVs, I mean, some of them are holding hands and just swaying. And
Yes, it's always a fun time. I think even on the sidelines, as much as we want to be serious and get everything done, you still gotta have some fun on the side.
That's awesome, because I feel like I'd be stressed out.
Yeah, no, it's fun to have some fun.
So we'll see what the refs. Well, so Concordia did not get a point, and neither did BV, but BV didn't compete. So that means that Concordia University did not meet that 8 deduction.
Yes.
Leading Buena Vista 2-0. Coming up in quarter number 2 will be
so
the
Buena
pyramids
Vista
and
University is
tosses.
still
We'll
at
take a
0,
2-minute
as well
quarter
as Concordia University is still at 2.
Fans, the 2024 is the 14th season of
They just finished up quarter 1, so we have a little time here, and then they're going to start quarter 2, which is pyramids and tosses.
Yep. Yeah, so that, like Grace said, that does conclude quarter 1. And then so far the Cougars have pulled ahead with a score of 2, and BV is close behind with a score of 0. So, I mean, we'll just kind of see what happens. I mean, there's a lot more game left, so anything could happen.
Yes, for sure.
They just get a 2-minute quick break to regroup and take some rest. I mean, it's got to be intensive, like hard on your body.
Oh, for sure. And it's a lot, like going back to back, especially in our last quarter, since, I mean, we both have very small teams, but we do not like take anybody in and out. Everybody that's in is basically in the entire time, and that can be really hard on people. Most bigger teams have people they like put in for just tumbling, and they have just stunters too. So not everybody does everything all the time. So
yeah, let's quick talk about all the D3 rankings. So right now, Alma College is in first, Hiram College is in second, Muskingum University is in third, George Fox University is in fourth, Concordia University, which is one of the teams here today in Chicago, is fifth. The University of Olivet is sixth, and Buena Vista University is currently seventh. Baldwin Wallace University is eighth, St. Elizabeth University is ninth, Heidelberg University is 10th. So yeah, we'll see, and maybe those rankings will change after the last last games we've had. So BV does get to decide, and we're going to do routine 2 for quarter 2.
this is my personal favorite.
And can you elaborate why it is?
Yeah, so I just think the skills in this are really fun. We have a really cool front flip cradle that comes up here quick, and there are baskets, and pyramid rounds are so fun.
Awesome. Yeah, and I've heard that's kind of where BV's strengths lie.
For sure. I think we definitely do better all working together as a team.
Yeah, it looks great.
It's that front flip cradle.
Look at our girls. I mean, everybody's so smiley. It's crazy how quickly they get in the mood. As soon as that bell rings, they've got everything ready to go.
It's a really cool ending.
Yeah, for sure.
Too.
Looks awesome. I think our judges have their work cut out for them on that one.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Both looked very good on that one, for sure. Yeah, so we do get pizza after this, but Pizza Ranch, so be sure to go down to your hometown Pizza Ranch after the game today or anytime at 517 East Milwaukee Avenue here in Storm Lake, Iowa. Enjoy a delicious buffet with a great selection of pizza, chicken, and a full salad bar with a variety of crusts, sauces, and toppings. Pizza Ranch has legendary pizzas that'll tempt your taste buds. Be sure to register your Pizza Ranch card today on the Pizza Ranch app or pizzaranch.com and receive an extra 25 bonus points. $5 off every $100 spend, and $5 off on your birthday with the birthday bonus. Plus, BVU students eat for $10. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. For sure. What's your favorite kind of pizza?
I'm really basic. I just like some pepperoni pizza, but you gotta have some cheese sticks in there too.
That's fair. I'm with you on that. Yeah. Pepperoni pizza
all the way
is probably the best. Oh, and BV did take that point. So Buena Vista University will be at 1 point, and Concordia University is at 2 points. BV seemed really ecstatic to get that point.
Kezia calls routine number 1.
So yeah, so we'll have routine 1. And they're just waiting for the whistle and then the ding. There's the whistle. There's the ding. Music. Smiles as soon as it happens. It's amazing. Looks so great. You guys have to have these songs like playing in your head while you're sleeping.
Yes, we do. It's so funny. I can remember them word for word from last year. Same with the counts.
I'm sure. Like our alumni that was here yesterday she said, I'm sure if they put me on the mat, it would just be muscle memory.
It is, for sure. I know the counts inside and out, even if I have never been in the round, so.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so what kind of practicing do you do? How many times a week do you practice? Is there weightlifting? Like, Yeah, just talk.
Lately we've been practicing 2 days a week for about 2.5, 3 hours a day. We structure them by the rounds that we're playing or learning.
Concordia University did take that point. So Buena Vista University will have 1 and Concordia University will have 3.
Looks like it's Concordia's call for the round. She's calling routine 5. Both teams are forfeiting.
Forfeit in round 4. That takes us to halftime.
And now we have halftime.
University-Chicago 3 and Buena
And we'll be in
Vista
quarter
1.
Quarter 3.
Yeah, so if you want to talk a little bit more about do you do any strength training at all?
Yeah, we also do lifting 2 days a week. We've been taking a couple weeks off during.
Definitely.
We've been traveling a lot,
you guys
so
can still do it.
Yeah, so we've been taking a couple weeks off here, but we're gonna get back into it next week. It sounds like we spend about an hour in there 2 times a week, and it's required. It's been super fun. I think everybody really likes it, and we've seen lots of improvements with it too. So
that's awesome. Do you have any other games after this, or what are you looking forward to after this?
This today are our last games of our normal season, unless we go to nationals. I think the top 3 teams in D3 go to nationals. So we'll see if they come out like April 9th or something, so we won't know till then. But
well, awesome. I wish the best of luck to you guys. Oh, so we're gonna come back after a quick commercial.
Storm Lake Bakery has been a staple of the community since its opening in 1916. From fried cinnamon rolls to cream-filled long johns, the bakery offers a variety of baked goods. A community favorite is their delicious donut holes. Storm Lake Bakery is open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Stop by for gourmet pastries and freshly brewed coffee today.
This is Buddy Beaver. He's new at BVU and wants to get involved. Overwhelmed with options, Buddy flipped on the TV. Although fascinated by the TV, he fell asleep on his sofa. Suddenly, he found himself in a dream and at sea. He was enjoying the dream until something clouded his mind. What if he never found that perfect involvement opportunity? In the midst of his worries, he spotted something. BVTV. Buddy instantly awoke with a clear mind. He could produce TV at BV. BVTV. By Beavers. For Beavers.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we want to give our customers a large variety of options.
And that's why we created the new Buffet Your Way. All you have to do is request your favorite pizza at the counter.
I'll take a bacon cheeseburger pizza, please.
Pick it up and enjoy it with all the other great selections.
Check out the country's best chicken.
Grab a bowl of savory soup and choose from a lineup of fresh salad.
Top up your Pizza Ranch buffet with our famous cactus bread.
Now that's Buffet Your Way.
Pizza Ranch Storm Lake. Buffet your way.
Welcome back to the second day of the first ever BVTV stunt broadcast between our Buena Vista Beavers and Concordia University Cougars. So our girls are just kind of marking some things right now. So last quarter we did, during the first half, we ended up with Buena Vista University having 1 point and Concordia University having 3 points. I think we saw some really good things. Grace, you want to touch on some recap and some highlights?
Yeah, I thought the first half went really well for the Beavers here. They are doing really good in the pyramid rounds here. We did have a lot of changes this morning with some illness and injuries being out, but they recovered pretty well.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm sure it's hard to, on a spring of a moment, the flu is no fun.
Yeah,
for sure. So we're going to jump to a hot play of the half, and then we'll come back. Yeah, that's a beautiful replay. look at our Buena Vista Beavers. They just are always smiling. They look so happy and proud of what they're doing. It's amazing. But yeah, so I've seen sometimes that they don't do everything. Are they just, what's that called? Is that called like marking?
Yeah, so that's called marking. Sometimes if we don't have a skill, but we think that our lack of the one skill still gets us better off with less deductions than the other team, we will still go and do it. Like right there, you can see Jasmine just marked, I think that's a standing back handspring.
And is that just another way to kind of like save energy? And
Yeah, it can be for sure. Usually if we have the tumbling, we will throw it. Tumbling tends to be one of our best rounds. But if we don't have the skill, or if somebody's injured or doesn't want to pull it now, but maybe they'll pull it in the game, we just mark it instead, because we can still get the point with just a couple of deductions there just for omitting the skill.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I see that the other team's doing that too. So it's just kind of practicing, make sure everybody has it down.
Yeah, and it's a good way for sure to practice without wasting all of your energy. As well.
So I know that you guys travel a lot. I mean, this is the first ever BV game here in Iowa. So where do you usually play?
The majority of our games have been played in Missouri. Last weekend we did travel to Nashville, which was super fun. We played at a tournament there for a couple of days. Last year, most of our games were in Missouri, somewhere or another, usually around St. Louis. But since we're the only team in Iowa, we do have to travel for all of our games for sure.
Yeah, so we're going to throw it to a quick commercial, and then we'll come back and talk some more.
Storm Lake Bakery has been a staple of the community since its opening in 1916. From fried cinnamon rolls to cream-filled long johns, the bakery offers a variety of baked goods. A community favorite is their delicious donut holes. Storm Lake Bakery is open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Stop by for gourmet pastries and freshly brewed coffee today.
Looks like Buddy's watching one of his favorite sports teams. I thought so. Whoa, wait, where are you going? Buddy? Of course, he's at the BVU football game. Buddy, did you know you could be broadcasting the game through BVTV Sports? You and a team can broadcast professional sports productions, just like any big-name network does. Now, if that's not cool, I don't know what is. I guess that's pretty cool, too. BVTV, by Beavers, for Beavers.
Here's Jerry!
Where's the SD card? Where is it?
Can't make me talk.
And fade to black.
Good show, guys.
Guys, I forgot to hit record.
Welcome back to the second day of the first ever BVTV stunt broadcast between the Buena Vista Beavers and the Concordia University Cougars. So we are in halftime right now, so they're kind of just marking things, making sure that they're ready for quarter three and quarter four. But quarter three and quarter four, quarter three is jumps and tumbling, and then quarter four is team routine. And so can you talk a little bit about how quarter four works?
Yes, it's very confusing. So we start out with, well, first of all, so the coach calling the round has to call a round that they can compete at least one of our normal quarters in. So, like, they can not do the first partner stunts piece, but they can go in and do the tumbling and omit the pyramids at the end. But they have to call a routine they have at least something they can do in.
Okay.
So it starts out with our partner stunts at the beginning. We do that whole section. They end it. Then tumblers come in and do their piece. And then after that, tumblers go off, and we end in pyramids and tosses, which is kind of confusing because that would be quarter 1, then quarter 3, then quarter 2.
Yep.
But it's easier to end in quarter 2 because it's like a nice little picture at the end.
That's fair.
And those are usually harder to like get out of quick because it's a quick transition between all of them.
So like I said, we are going into quarter 3. Is there any differences between quarter 1 and quarter 2 and quarter 3?
Yes, just in the sense of what everybody's doing. So this one is tumbling, which is one of our strengths, for sure.
Awesome. Well, it looks like they're going to get ready to call what's first, and Concordia gets to decide. They're going to do routine 2. So it does say that they can get up to 12 deductions for jumps and tumbling. Compared to the 8, so for the other 2. And there's the ding. So composed. I could never do that. Do you do usually any tumbling?
I am not in any tumbling rounds.
Okay.
We have really good tumblers this year specifically.
Awesome.
We've had a couple of newbies come in and they're really good. A couple of walk-ons as well. So we're really impressed with what they've been able to do.
Yeah, it definitely does look impressive. I mean, so cohesive. I didn't see really anything that was off. Yeah. I'm sure you have to have a real trained eye to be able to.
Yes, it's just the
pick out the
smallest
deductions.
things that can be off. Like if a tumbler lands with their feet apart and moves them together, that's a deduction. But if they land with you're supposed to land with your feet together. But if you land with your feet apart and just stay there, it's no deduction.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yes. So it's just the small little things, or if their counts are also important. So the judges have to know the counts inside and out to be able to decide if the team is doing it on the right counts. Even if they get off in the beginning, that means they're off the whole round.
So then, do you guys count while you are practicing or even during games?
Yeah, during practices, just to make sure we have as little deductions as possible, we can go through and kind of watch and guess what our deductions are.
Quick replay. Yeah, that's, like I said, that's so strong. I mean, everything looks amazing. Cassidy, she's just smiling.
Yes, she's always very sharp and very
Yes.
strong with her motions,
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah, sharp. I like that word. Very sharp movements, for sure. Yeah, so now we're just kind of waiting on the judges. It looks like they're
another close
having
one.
Yeah. They're just moving back a little bit each time, trying to find everything they can. For sure. So if you could go back and start over again with the stunt thing, what would you do differently?
Oh, that's a good question. I think kind of learning the basics is the most important piece. The tricks get really hard the further through the rounds you go. Like, 1s are the easiest, but you get all the way up to 8, which are super hard.
Yep.
So knowing the basics of everything is really important. Knowing the base skills before you go put them together is a big piece.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Well, so if I'm not mistaken, stunt is an all-woman sport.
It is, yes.
Well, that is amazing.
Yes.
So Concordia did take that point. And then it looks like they're going to do routine 6.
Both teams are forfeiting. I don't think either team has routine 6 done.
Was it 4?
I think 4.
I saw 4.
4, yes.
Yes.
So
Okay,
BB will
awesome.
forfeit round 4.
And then Buena Vista University is currently still at 1, and Concordia University is at 4. But since BV did defer, that means that Concordia cannot mess up more than 12 times.
Yes.
So
they have been clean on this one the past couple of games, so we'll see how this goes.
For sure. Impressive. like clean for sure.
They have great tumbling.
Yeah, for sure.
Number 26 up front there, she's super good. Her jumps are amazing.
So, with it all being an all-woman sport, it is Women's History Month, so that's perfect.
It is, yes. Good timing for sure, especially
Yeah.
with our first ever game in Iowa today. So.
Yeah, and I know that International Women's Day wasn't that long ago. It was just March 8th.
Yes, I was going to say like a week ago or so.
Yeah, and I mean, Buena Vista even had some alumni come in and talk on Thursday, just some women, so that was awesome.
Yes, for sure.
Girl power, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, so I do see that they have some stuffed cougars on there. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
They do, yeah. So I think some teams, I just think it's a fun little thing that teams do. They bring little stuffed animals or...
yeah, there they are.
Yes, yeah. Of their mascots. I know we brought a beaver one time, but I don't know where the poor beaver went. We'll have to find another one, I guess.
Yes, definitely.
But it's kind of fun, little cute thing.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a replay real quick. Yeah,
Some
those toe
jumps,
touches are
yeah.
amazing.
They're very good. Super high. Same with those
Goodness,
back
yes.
handsprings. It's really
amazing.
No
It's like
points awarded.
Nobody got a
points.
point on that one. So Buena Vista University is still at 1, and Concordia University is still at 4.
It's like BV called round 1 here.
Awesome. Whistle. There's the dance. Amazing. I mean, you'd think they get tired, but it looks just as perfect as the last time. Beautiful. Oh, and the crowd, I mean,
yes,
lovely crowd.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sure
for
they're so
sure.
excited. I've seen a lot of BV students here, which is really great because the only stunt we've really gotten to see is during a halftime show. Like,
oh yeah,
during
that's
a
true.
basketball game.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is the most stunt
Yeah.
I have ever seen.
Yeah, I think that's what I think people are just really interested in what it is, and
Yeah.
it's so
New.
exciting and new.
For sure.
And to see people getting thrown in the air, I think is kind of fun for everybody to watch.
Definitely.
It's very interesting and entertaining, and that's what I've heard a lot of parents say. It's like, oh my goodness, it looks so dangerous and fun. It's so fun to watch.
Yeah, it is really fun to watch. I mean, like I said, we have a great crowd. Looks like a lot of our team members' parents came. It's great.
Yeah.
There's Carter, one of our BBTV members. But yeah, I think everybody's having a great time, really enjoying it. It's definitely showing. And there's a replay. Yeah, those back handsprings are amazing.
This is Diana Boyso here. She's really, really good, for sure.
Yeah.
She is self-taught tumbler. So.
Self-taught?
Yeah, she taught herself, her and her sister.
Wow.
They both taught themselves, and they're both
Awesome.
very good.
I took some tumbling classes, but not like that.
It is hard. It is hard.
So they tied on
It's
that
like a
one.
tie.
So then Buena Vista University is at 2 points, and Concordia University is at 5.
We'll now take a 2-minute quarter
They're going to take a 2-minute break, and then they're going to go to quarter 4.
Should be very interesting in quarter 4 since there's 3 points awarded every round. So.
Yeah. So right now BV is hanging down a little bit, but that does not
That
mean
could change,
that
yeah,
that
very
that will
quickly.
be how it will end.
We'll be sponsoring STUNT as a championship sport. With more
So
conferences
can you
and
talk a
plans
little
to
bit
join
about the
them
center of the
in
mat?
future.
I know that I haven't seen them step in that at all.
Yeah, so the center of the mat is like a neutral zone. It's only for the ref to walk through, and that's where we like walk through at the end to like congratulate the other team. So if anything goes into that area, it's a major deduction. So I'm pretty sure major is 8 points. So just even for slightly stepping into that box,
so it's
or like
done.
if you accidentally tumble in there, you already have it. It's like the no-go zone.
Yep.
You're not allowed in there.
Yeah, for sure. So you do not want to go in the middle
Yes,
of
you
the
do
mat.
not want to go in the middle of the mat for sure.
That's fair. So they're just going to talk some strategy, kind of figure out what they're going to do. It's like some players are maybe icing a little bit.
Yes, like I said, it's dangerous. Lots of flying elbows.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, so it gets interesting. And this will be an interesting last quarter of the game because the score is very close and it's really easy to change it very quickly. So.
Yeah, and I do see Emma has some chalk on her hands.
Yeah.
So what's that about?
So that's kind of helps, especially it's kind of warm in here today.
Mhm.
So if you have sweaty hands, it's easier to grab the shoes.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And get a good grip. And it's sometimes shoes get slippery very quickly. So
yeah, awesome.
Now we enter the team routine.
Yeah, so here comes Kaya again, and Concordia University does get to decide, and it looks like we're going to do routine 2 for quarter 4. So it says that in quarter 4, teams will be performing a combined routine with 3 segments. Teams are awarded points for each of the 3 segments for 1 round, depending on which team wins each segment. Teams can score up to 3 points per round. So it looks like BV is not going to take part in the partner stunt.
yes, they.
But they've got people lined up for tumbling.
They do, yes. So they're ready for the tumbling part, but now Concordia has to do the partner stunts piece with less than 8 deductions here, and then go to the tumbling, still do the tumbling well, and then go into the pyramids and do that part well too. So
that's crazy.
It's a very tiring round of lots of back and forth.
I bet.
Which makes it really difficult.
So I see that BV's kind of like singing. Are they trying to keep track of time?
They're counting here.
Okay.
So you have to make sure you're in and off the mat at the right point. So even if somebody's still on the mat when the round technically is started, that's an extra deduction just for being on the mat. And see the girls in the back there, they cannot step on the mat until this routine is finished.
Yeah, but even though they're not on the mat, I mean, they're definitely yelling count.
Yes, for sure.
They look so excited.
It's very important to stay on count here, especially going into the transitions. So now they can come in here.
Oh, now they're going to do the pyramid stunt as well. Well, that's awesome. Little stumble there, but they caught themselves. It's amazing, beautiful. I cannot catch to save my life, so I cannot imagine trying to catch a person.
It's an important piece. It's easy. If you throw, you want to catch them, especially when they're your friends.
Little stumble
there.
Hopefully that doesn't cost it, but we'll see. Let's see what happens.
This is another one that we had quite a few changes in this morning.
Yeah.
So that went pretty well for all the changing we've been doing.
Yeah.
Count learning if you weren't already in it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, things happen and things have to change at times. I guess you just kind of have to roll with the punches. So at least they were able to.
Yes, it's very important to adapt.
Yes.
Especially with how easy it is to get injured in this.
Yeah, and then just getting sick because that's part of life too.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
That tumbling ground was pretty close.
Yes, it was, for sure.
Yep. Looks like that's what we're looking at here.
So can you talk about some fun things that you've done with the stunt ladies, like whether it's just here at BV or on the road? I've heard that you have like really long bus trips, car trips. So.
Yeah, we do. We usually have really long bus trips. We had one this year that was really long. We kind of all just listen to music and hang out, and it's a fun time. We went to Nashville this past weekend, and we
Awesome. Now here's a replay. Yep.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a little bit of stumble
Little
right
stumble there.
but they weren't able to quite get it done. But I mean, it's pretty amazing how it doesn't phase them too much. They
Yeah.
just kind of keep going.
can't let it really phase you, or it can cost some other rounds. So it's important to just leave that one behind.
Okay, so nobody got the first one. Concordia did get the second one, and Concordia got the third one. So Concordia did get 2 points. So Buena Vista University is sitting at 2 points, and Concordia University is currently sitting at 7.
Looks like the Beavers just called a timeout here as well.
Awesome. Well, how many timeouts do you get? Do you know?
I think 4.
4. Per quarter or
per half?
Okay, per half. Okay. That's nice.
Yes, and I think pretty sure you get 2 of each, a half and a full. A half is 30 seconds and a full is 2 minutes, I believe.
Yep, and this one must have been 30 seconds. Really quick. Now, here comes our ref again, Kai Pernick, and they chose to do routine 3.
Looks like the Beavers are going to go out and do the tumbling today. They didn't do it yesterday, so.
Well, awesome. I'm excited to see it then. Yep, and so are Cougars, so nobody's going to do the partner stunts.
Yep.
For this
I would
one.
assume neither team will do the pyramids either. I know that Concordia doesn't have enough people to do the higher level pyramid rounds because you need about 16.
That's
people, and I
fair.
don't think they have enough.
Yeah. So how do you do any recruiting?
Recruiting? I'm not fully for sure. I haven't done any recruiting. I know that Kezia works really hard and does some on the side. And we had a couple teammates go to some combines. I think that was more cheerleading related, but
Okay.
those are easy people to get as well.
Yep. So now they're gonna
Looks
go.
like somebody started too late or early here. I'm not really for sure which.
Well, I saw Emma tell the Beavers to go, so I'm not sure either, but guess we'll see. Oh, didn't quite make that second one.
Oh,
little
good
stumble
recovery there.
Yep, a little late, but she did keep up.
These skills right here are new. Looks like they stayed on count, so I'm assuming the Beavers entered on the correct count here.
Awesome. And no one is, like you said, no one is going to do that pyramids and tosses for this one.
Yep, you have to have over 16 people after the round 2 pyramids. They get harder, so you need more people for them.
That makes sense, for sure. Yeah, so now we'll just be waiting on the judges, and only 1 point will be awarded because they only did one skill.
Correct, yes.
So we'll see what happens for sure on that one. Judges are very closely looking at everything that happened.
There's a lot to look at for sure. That would be a stressful job.
I would agree.
To look at everything, and even the smallest things can be really, depending on how harsh they want to be.
Yeah, and I think it would be
considered
stressful, especially
deductions.
since. Yeah, and here's a replay. So yeah, they did really
Good
well on
round
that
off
one.
back handsprings and then back roll there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Good
Amazing
jumps. Oh,
so nothing on the first one. Yep. Concordia did get jumps and tumbling, and then no one got pyramids and tosses, obviously. So then Buena Vista University will be at 2 points, and the Concordia University will be at 8 points.
Looks like we have another half timeout here.
And who took that? Do you know?
Concordia.
Concordia. Awesome.
So I think this is the last.
Yep.
The fourth.
They might have 2 more.
They have
I
2
don't know.
more.
They all
Okay.
kind of blend together.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
No, they do. It's really confusing, and especially with this in between here, it kind of gets confusing.
Yeah. And I mean, BV could still pull ahead with 2 more if they did all 3 of them for both of them. They could get it. or they could tie it up at least. So Concordia does get to side, and they're going to do routine 1. Looks like BV is going up for at least jumps and tumbling.
Yes, I would assume they'll do pyramids as well, but Partner Stunts had a lot of changes today in round 1, so.
Yeah, I bet. Emma's got to be a great cheerleader. I mean, like, just.
Yeah, she is for sure. We have a lot of good sideline counters and hype women for sure. That really helps everybody.
Yeah. I know that Emma's a hype woman on the daily.
She is.
So.
Yes, it's very true. We have a lot of fun, big personalities that really make it a good time for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah, so Concordia did decide to do partner stunts, but that means they will have to get it in less than 8 deductions.
Yes.
And then BV is doing tumbling. Oh, and so is Concordia.
Yep.
So this will just be whoever does it the best. And it looks like BV's getting ready also for pyramids and tosses. Like, completely flawless for sure. Beautiful. And we have seen some of these before, correct?
Yes. Yep. So they did that tumbling round in actual quarter 3 as well. So these are all the same routines, just recycled later on. Some really pretty tight baskets. Those have been fun to work on.
I'm sure it's great. There's so much to watch. It's like I don't even know where to look.
There is, yep. And it's hard to watch both teams at the same time.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, how could you judge that?
Yeah, I think it's important for them to have the iPad because I don't know how they'd be able to fairly decide which team.
So do they take notes like while it's going on as well?
So both teams will probably take notes on the sides too, but the judges also have score sheets.
Okay.
So if there were different deductions for certain things, they can write that down. Usually you don't know all the deductions because there can be a lot, but looks like probably the judges are looking at
I see tumbling. Right now.
Tumbling's
Jumps
always the
tumbling.
hardest, I think. Well, there's lots of extra.
Yeah. It's like
gotta check
got
a lot
pen
of feet.
and they're just kind of watching what's going on, which is it's pretty impressive.
Assuming that one was pretty close, and the closer they are, the harder it is to pick.
I do notice that they go through it slower.
Yeah.
If it's closer.
Yes.
Do they just use like a normal camera, or is there just
I think
a specific
they just
app
recorded on their iPads?
Well, here's a replay. Here's our girls going up. So what is that called? The turnaround thing?
In the back or the
front? The front.
That is called a side sumi.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. That's been a new skill this year.
That's crazy.
It wasn't in any rounds last year, but
interesting. Well, here comes our ref.
The points awarded in round number 3 are as follows for partner stunts.
So partner stunts did go to Concordia University, and jumps and tumbling also went to Concordia University. Pyramids and tosses, there was a tie though. Interesting. So that will put Buena Vista University at 3 points and Concordia University at 10 points. So
it's like we have a timeout too.
Yes. Awesome. And I guess that gives the judges a good time to write some more comments because they do get to see comments in between, right?
Yes, and usually between the quarters we get our score sheets and they mark if we have more or less than 8 deductions or 12 deductions. So
awesome. Well, so Storm Lake Bakery, I had donuts this morning. We want to thank the Storm Lake Bakery for taking care of our crew with some delicious donuts. Be sure to start your day off with a fresh homemade donut, roll, or pastry. Storm Lake Bakery is open weekday mornings at 5:30 a.m. and Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. with fresh baked goods. The Storm Lake Bakery offers a large variety of donuts, pastries, and breads. They also do cakes made to order for all occasions, even wedding cakes. The Storm Lake Bakery is located right on Main Street in Storm Lake, Iowa. Check it out and enjoy.
They have the best donut holes.
You've
That
been
sounds
there?
really. Oh yes, I love it. Love going there. They're always so nice too.
Awesome. What is your favorite kind of donut?
I like glazed.
Okay, that's always a solid
I'm pretty basic.
choice.
Yeah. I like glazed.
Have you ever tried the red velvet?
No, I didn't. I think I've tried the red velvet donut holes before. Those are pretty good.
Okay, yeah, I've had the red velvet donuts.
Interesting.
Yeah, I had a chocolate donut this morning. It was cream filled.
Yeah,
really good.
I know. They
Definitely needed it. It was
yes.
early.
yeah, that would have been lovely.
So BV does get to choose, and we're doing routine 4.
Yep. So since Kezia called routine 4, there has to be something they can do within 4.
So it looks like they're gonna at least do jumps and tumbling.
Maybe. I think
Or
they're just
maybe.
going to do pyramids and
Yeah,
tosses.
maybe there's just pyramids
which they
and
have not done
tosses.
yet. So
Looks like Concordia is ready for all of it.
when every single person is going to be out for
Yes.
this pyramids round.
A little bit of wobble there.
This is a very difficult round. It is a repeat from last year, so they probably had some time to work on it. But those opening skills are really hard.
Yeah, definitely. So are you a morning person at all? Because, I mean, like I said, Storm Lake Bakery is open weekday mornings at 5:30 a.m. There's no way I'd go that
I
early.
am not a morning person, that's for sure. Even on the weekends, I like to get up at like a nice 10 o'clock. It's still early for me right now.
That's fair. And we have an 8 a.m. together.
We
so
do.
How do you do on that?
I have an 8 a.m. every single day this semester, and it's been rough, but
I really enjoyed the class. but-
yes, it's a great time for sure. But it's hard to get up that early every day.
Yes, it
that's
is.
for sure. But then my day gets over at a decent time. So
I agree, yeah.
I'm okay with that, I guess.
Yeah, very clean. Oh, they're not going to do pyramids and tosses.
They are doing the pyramids and tosses.
BV is, but Concordia is not.
They do not have enough people. They are going to mark some of this. This has been a difficult round. It needs every single person.
Yeah, it does look like
And
they're struggling
we're down
a
quite a
little
few
bit.
people here, so. Looks like Cassie's
Still doing
Diana are
very
doing
well.
tuck baskets. I know both of them love to do the tuck baskets, so that doesn't surprise me at all.
Is that like their favorite skill?
I know Cassidy's. She's on the far right there. That is her favorite skill. She's very, very good at throwing her tuck baskets. So
Awesome. Yeah, number 24. Now they're just gonna, judges will have to look through, look for the 8, no less than 8 deductions for BB, and then
yeah, this one will be interesting.
same for Concordia. We're gonna take a quick replay of Concordia. Oh, she looks so strong.
Yes,
Amazing.
They did have a couple of bobbles here,
Yep,
but
I did see that.
you never really know. Even a couple of little small ones doesn't necessarily mean
Yeah.
you've done more than 8.
So since BV marked a lot of that, is that a deduction or how's that work?
Yeah, so they'll get a lot of deductions for that and like
Okay.
omissions. So they probably knew they weren't going to get the point for that.
So were they hoping that maybe
but
they would have done it on the other
since
side?
yeah, so since the other team has kind of struggled a couple of times in the 4s, and they still needed to call a round that they could go out and do,
And
that
we-
was their best bet.
We had Concordia waving at the camera not that long ago, even with their cougars, so that was fun. Yeah, so here is Kaya Pernick, our ref, again, to tell us how everybody did. Nobody got the partner series. Jumps and tumbling went to Concordia. And then nobody got pyramids and tosses. So Buena Vista University is at 3 points, and Concordia University is at 12 points.
And that was all of the rounds there.
And that was it. So Concordia University did win with 12 points. And Buena Vista University had 3. So hopefully next game will be better. I know that yesterday they improved dramatically between the first 2. So
for sure.
Let's hope for that again this time. And I mean, I'm sure it's hard to be down girls and having to just take up different spots that you've never ever been
sure.
in.
And learning the counts for rounds on the spot is also very difficult. So
yeah, and I've heard that you guys for the most part know every count, but it's something different to have to actually do it.
For sure. Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to a quick commercial and then we'll be back.
Storm Lake Bakery has been a staple of the community since its opening in 1916. From fried cinnamon rolls to cream-filled long johns, the bakery offers a variety of baked goods. A community favorite is their delicious donut holes. Storm Lake Bakery is open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Stop by for gourmet pastries and freshly brewed coffee today.
Hey, can you guys help me out?
Who, us?
Yeah, just get this car out of the traffic so I can work on it.
Sure, why not?
Doing great, guys.
See, that wasn't so bad, but where are we?
Nobody told me when to stop.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we want to give our customers a large variety of options.
And that's why we created the new Buffet Your Way. All you have to do is request your favorite pizza at the counter.
I'll take a bacon cheeseburger pizza, please.
Pick it up and enjoy it with all the other great selections.
Check out the country's best chicken.
Grab a bowl of savory soup and choose from a lineup of fresh salad.
Top up your Pizza Ranch buffet with our famous cactus bread.
Now that's Buffet Your Way.
Pizza Ranch Storm Lake. Buffet your way.
Hello?
Yeah, Jerry. Everything's looking great. I think we can go live in 30.
Okay, thanks for letting me know.
All right, now.
I better go check on him. Hey, Jocelyn, how's everything going?
Everything's going great, Jerry.
Remember, get you proud. How's it going, Joshua?
I'm doing great, Jerry.
Did you proud? So, how is everybody doing?
Doing great, Jerry.
Great. I want you to be Digi proud.
Welcome back to the second day of the first ever BVTV stunt broadcast between Buena Vista University and Concordia University. So we did just finish our first game. Buena Vista University ended with 3 points and Concordia University ended with 12 points. They did take that win. But would you like to talk about some of the things we saw that were really good and some things that maybe we can see that'll hopefully be improved upon in the next game?
Yeah, for sure. I know that we scored probably the most with our tumbling rounds here. Our tumblers are really, really good. They practice all the time and they do everything that they can to be clean and sharp and tight. I know a lot of girls have been practicing these skills for a very long time to get them down just perfectly. It really went very well. Like we've been saying, there's been lots of changes in some of the routines today on the BV side because of sickness and injury. So that kind of makes it harder,
Yeah,
but
that's a bummer.
They've been recovering pretty well. So
yeah, and it looks like right now everybody's off. Somebody did just set something on top of the water cooler over there. I don't know if that's supposed to be
oh yeah,
BV's new
can't tell what that is.
luck charm or
Maybe.
what, because I know that like we have talked about earlier that they do have a cougar on the Concordia side, but maybe.
Oh,
there is a little
it is
beaver.
a beaver.
Oh, that's cute.
That is cute.
It's holding a
I
flower.
like it.
That's
For
adorable.
good luck.
Yes, it's amazing. Maybe that'll help them do a little bit better next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, are they probably just discussing strategy, taking a break, water, all sorts of stuff
usually
like that?
we have snacks.
Oh,
too.
awesome.
That's a big. I know it's a interesting time.
Yeah.
Like around lunch, so I'm sure everybody's pretty hungry.
Yep. And I've heard that you guys have to be kind of careful how much you eat because you don't want to feel heavy.
Yes, exactly. It's an interesting balance. You got to make sure you're drinking and eating just enough. You don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to pass out.
Yeah.
But you don't want to throw up.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Yeah, so that's what they're doing. Just resting and figuring out what they're going to do for the next game here.
Well, let's go over the D3 rankings again. So currently, Buena Vista University is at 7th place, and Concordia University, is on 5th place. But for the rest, first place right now is Alma College. Heard that Alma is amazing.
Yes, they are super, super good. We've gotten to see them a couple of times play, and I think they have been doing stunt for a very long time. So.
Yeah, I'm sure. Second place is Hiram College. Third is Muskingum University. Fourth is George Fox University. And as I mentioned earlier, fifth is Concordia University, and we do have them here currently. Sixth is the University of Olivet. Seventh is Buena Vista University, and we are home right now, so that's awesome. Eighth is Baldwin Wallace University. Ninth is St. Elizabeth University, and 10th is Heidelberg University. But we could see these placings definitely change depending on how this next game goes. So
For sure.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what happens with this. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the next game and seeing how it goes. Looks like we've got some girls maybe just resting, singing, stretching.
I know they had a really long
All
drive
of the
yesterday,
above.
and
I'm sure
they're exhausted. It's hard when you have to travel
Yeah.
so far.
Definitely. So, yeah. The coach is actually taking pictures of them on the floor. That's awesome. Yeah, just getting all watered up and ready for the next round. Our judges are even taking a little bit of a break, which is nice.
Yeah.
Everybody deserves a break. For
These
sure.
long games.
So definitely looking forward to that. Yeah, so we're gonna actually take a break real quick and go to commercial, and then we'll be back.
It's more than just a lake.
What separates us from the rest
is what makes us special.
We thank you for the memories.
And we look forward to making many more.
Happy birthday, Storm Lake.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we want to give our customers a large variety of options.
And that's why we created the new Buffet Your Way. All you have to do is request your favorite pizza at the counter.
I'll take a bacon cheeseburger pizza, please.
Pick it up and enjoy it with all the other great selections.
Check out the country's best chicken.
Grab a bowl of savory soup and choose from a lineup of fresh salad.
Top up your Pizza Ranch buffet with our famous cactus bread.
Now that's Buffet Your Way.
Pizza Ranch Storm Lake. Buffet your way.
Can you bring this to Eli?
Yes, I sure can. We gotta hurry though. We don't have much time. Hello, Jocelyn. All right. I'm going. Here you go. All right. And 3, 2.
Hello and welcome to BV2 News. I'm Eli Crow.
What happened? I'm going. Oh, I guess I'm going now. Okay, all right.
Welcome back to the second day of the first ever BVTV stunt broadcast. We're actually going to be on our second game, so we'll see how this goes. Our girls are getting back from their little breaks, so they're going to probably start maybe warming up, doing some other things to make sure that they're ready again for the second round. And we do have a replay here. And there's our Buena Vista Beavers. And that's a beautiful, beautiful toss. It's great. Yeah, this is our pyramids. So this is awesome. And yeah, and you said that BV kind of thrives with the pyramids.
Yeah, I would say for sure. I think that when we get everybody working together, that's for sure when we do our best.
Yeah. It's like we're cracking some backs over on Concordia. I'm sure that's important. But yeah. Yeah. Looks like a few of our beavers have spotted the beaver on the cooler, so that is awesome.
We're doing our senior
we do
night
have
here.
some seniors. So we have Emma Chase. Who else do we have for seniors here?
Jasmine. This is her going out there right now.
Awesome. Yeah, throw it to them. We're going to go to the house and hear what's going on.
And after graduation, she plans to attend graduate school to get her master's in social work. What is she going to miss most about BVU, the family I have made during her time on the team? Her favorite memory was when she jumped off the 2.5 high, and that is when everyone found out that I was an undercover superhero. Ladies and gentlemen, Jasmine Turpin. And our second senior is Emma Chase. Emma is being escorted by parents Jason and Wendy Chase. Emma is a strategic public relations major with minors in business, communications, and Spanish. She's also a 4-year member of the team. Following graduation, she plans to work at Buena Vista University as well as an assistant coach for the Buena Vista University cheer and stunt teams. She also plans to begin her master's program in organizational leadership here at BVU. What is she going to miss the most about BVU? I'm going to miss the practices and getting to stunt with my friends. Though I will still be a part of the program, I will miss being on the mat and performing with my teammates. Her favorite memory. I have so many fond memories from my time on the BVU cheer and stunt teams, but I think my favorite would be the van trips and Coach Kezia and I arguing with one another about directions and whose fault it was that we got lost. She goes on to say it was definitely Kezia's fault because she doesn't like to listen to me, even though I'm right. Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Chase. We wish each of these individuals the best of luck as they go on to pursue their future endeavors.
It's got to be so special. I mean, like we said, it is the first ever stunt here at Buena Vista University and in Iowa, and they got to have their senior night here. That's amazing. Emma's response is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell me about the arguing for
our
directions?
trips are always very interesting. So Kezia, our main coach, lives in San Francisco in the summers.
Really?
Yes. And so she's kind of a crazy driver. I think she's used to the San Francisco driving. She lived there for a while too, so I'm sure that's probably why.
Yeah.
But we often, very, very oftentimes get lost going on our very long journeys. Like I think our first game last year was in Oklahoma City, and we got so very lost in the middle of the night on a very dark, scary road. And Emma and Kezia were just up front arguing about whose fault it was that they turned the wrong way. And it's always something. It always is interesting, to say the least. We always get lost at least once, I say. we can't go on a trip without getting lost at least one time.
So at this point, it's a tradition to
I
get
would
lost.
say, yeah, I would definitely say it's a tradition. So,
and if you don't, are you guys like worried something's wrong?
Never experienced that. So there's always been something. So.
So you wouldn't know.
Yeah. So I would not know, but it's always something for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our BV girls are having so much fun out there. I'm just seeing some dancing.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of talking.
I think they're
giggling.
excited to see how this game goes here. It could
for sure.
Super close.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. I'm sure it'll be good. It's exciting to see this up close and personal. Like I said, I've just never witnessed stunt before, so this is amazing.
Yeah, it's fun too, and it's not really like anything else. There's something to compare it to, so there's always something fun to see.
And here comes our ref, Kaya, and she will tell us.
From
So
River
they're gonna
Forest,
go out and do a
Illinois,
coin
the
flip.
Cougars. From the Concordia University-Chicago, and head coach Cheetah Farrar.
So the stunt game will feature
And from right here in
quarters
Storm
of
Lake,
competition.
your Beavers of Buena Vista University, and head coach Kezia
Pre-choreographed
Molinsky.
routines head-to-head on the competition floor. Quarter 1 will be partner stunts. Quarter 2 will be pyramids and tosses. Quarter 3 will be jumps and tumbling. And quarter 4 will be team routine. And it looks like BV won the coin toss. So that is awesome. That means BV gets to decide what routine goes first during quarter 1.
Again, quarter 1 will be partner stunts.
Yes, and quarter 1 will be partner stunts. And we do have Buena Vista University here as well as Concordia University. So we will see how this game plays out. And like I said, right now they're ranked. Concordia University is ranked 5th and Buena Vista University is ranked 7th. So we'll see if that changes based on these games that are currently happening. It does look like Kezia is trying to figure out which routine they want to do for sure. So. The crowd is anxiously waiting.
They are.
Amy Mayer, score table, please. Amy.
So what are you excited to see during this game?
I'm just excited to see what recovery we can get going here. I know that some of the rounds are kind of rough, but I know that they can recover. So I just hope that we can get these rounds fixed up here a little bit and get the compassion back and
for sure.
Yeah.
Look, we're getting some waves towards the camera.
It should be an interesting game. I know yesterday's second game was super close, and
It was very close. Tie after tie after
yes,
tie.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Just
was a fun
depends
one to
on-
watch.
Yes, it was. This one could be very similar to that.
That would be awesome. So let's hope. There Emma is waving at us, I believe. Yeah, they're just having so much fun, really enjoying it. So, do you know what the delay is?
I'm not really for sure here. That's what I'm trying to think.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I do get pizza after this, and you should maybe stop by.
Sounds really good.
But we should be sure to go down to your hometown pizza ranch after the game today, or anytime at 517 East Milwaukee Avenue here in Storm Lake. Enjoy a delicious buffet with a great selection of pizza, chicken, and a full salad bar with a variety of crusts, sauces, and toppings. Pizza Ranch has legendary pizzas that'll tempt your taste buds. Be sure to register your Pizza Ranch card today on the Pizza Ranch app or pizzaranch.com and receive an extra 25 bonus points. $5 off every $100 you spend, and $5 off on your birthday with the birthday bonus. Plus, BVU students eat for $10.
That does sound really good. I usually get pizza on Friday nights, but I didn't last night, so maybe I'll have to get some tonight.
Yeah, you have to have at least pizza one time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Maybe it looks like It seems like Kaya maybe didn't have her mic or her earpiece to be able to communicate with the judges. So that must be why they're pausing.
Oh, that could be. I wonder if the batteries died or something.
Yeah, that probably could happen.
So we're just having some technical difficulties, maybe.
Yeah, it'd be awesome to get pizza because I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of getting hungry.
It's lunchtime.
It is lunchtime. Yeah. So that'll be awesome. And they will have pepperoni pizza.
Oh, of course. I mean,
an option,
that's a staple.
which is your favorite.
I feel like you can't just not order a pepperoni.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Still looks like they're maybe having some technical difficulties. Oh, nope, now they're going.
Looks like we're about to go.
Maybe. Yes. Okay. So ref is coming on Kaya Pernick. I believe BV gets to decide what routine. Oh, maybe
they must have deferred.
Okay. They're doing one. Routine 1 for quarter 1. And like we said, this is partner stunts.
Yes.
Concordia really does very well on partner stunts.
They do, for sure. I know that they have fewer people, so this is probably
where they focus.
The area they focus instead of the pyramids rounds.
That's fair. There's the whistle and the ding and the music. A little stumble on BB, but nothing to worry about, I don't think. It's beautiful, amazing. I could not imagine myself ever doing anything like this. I mean, I was in dance, and like I said, I did some tumbling, but never this extensive.
It's for sure intense.
Yeah. So there's got to be so much trust.
Oh, for sure. Yep. That's probably the biggest piece of it. I know that if people are not trusting, things don't always go very well. So.
Yeah. I mean, the people on the bottom have to trust the people on the top. Yeah. Looks like the judges are looking over. Kaya's already on the mat, ref, so it looks like, yep. That was a pretty quick decision.
Yeah, that was pretty fast. There were a couple bobbles on BB's side.
Yep. So Concordia did get the first point. So Buena Vista University is at 0 and Concordia University is at 1.
Looks like Kezia called 5, but they both deferred. And they called 2 now.
Awesome. And it looks like BV's deferring. So that means that Concordia does have to get this in less than 8 deductions.
Yes.
So it's definitely a risk-reward system to figure out whether or not you want to do it, because if Concordia does it perfectly, they do get the point, but if not, they don't, and then BV doesn't obviously win a point, but they aren't behind another point.
Yep, it just is a way to keep the score lower for sure, and it also tires out the other team. So
yeah, strategy is so important.
It's very important for sure, and I know that not all teams know.
We did have one
there was
fall,
a fall at the end there. Yep.
So is that a major?
So after the music goes to the end, you have it ends on an 8 count. On an 8, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and that 1, 2, 3, 4 is not counted.
Okay.
So
I think, did she fall when the music was still going?
It was still going, but it was after the counts.
Okay.
So I would assume that last little fall didn't really count. It may have, but on that the last 3, 4 counts for the pop off there. That's what I'm not for sure. I don't think that counts.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes. They did have a couple of other.
Yeah. I am learning so much.
Yeah, there's a lot to
about
learn, and
stunts.
it's very confusing. So
we do have a replay Yeah,
so you can see
they
here,
go up,
they
and yeah,
fall a
like
little-
I said,
oh,
there's a little fall.
That one might have counted because they're supposed to hit a lib at the end there on that one leg, and that one did not fully stick it before. So
yeah, she did look a little frustrated, but like I said, all looks really good. Looks like we've got some guys down there singing, or I don't know, cheering on in some way.
Doing something.
That's interesting. Yeah, we even have some BV staff here, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's always fun. I feel like all of
Come to watch.
people come out to support. So
Concordia is blowing kisses and waving to the camera. We love it when they do that. It's always awesome when we get some interaction.
they have a lot of energy today. I'm sure.
Yeah, lots of energy. And BV's doing a lot of planning right now. But yeah, Concordia's just kind of having fun. Yeah, and I've heard that, I mean, you guys usually, I mean, I know it's a competition, but for the most part, you really enjoy each other's company and all of that stuff, which is nice.
Yeah, for sure. I think the majority of people are friends outside of the sport. I know I myself live with a couple of girls on the team, and we really get along. So
yeah, that's awesome. Yep, and here comes Kaya Pernick again, our ref, to tell us who won that one, or if they won that one. Oh, and they did receive the point for that one. And they will be doing routine
6. I think that was 6.
Six.
But both
Okay,
teams
it
deferred.
was 6. It's not always easy
hard
to
to
see
see
those
up here.
fingers. Yeah, but so Buena Vista University is at 0, and then Concordia University is at 2 currently. But it's still anyone's game. I mean, we're still in the first quarter, so anything could happen.
I think we're about to start the second quarter now. It'll be an interesting second quarter. I know that they're...
Did they defer that last?
Yes, they did. So they picked... Gizia chose routine 7, and both teams forfeited the round. Neither have anything that high, so...
Okay. So then we are going into quarter 2.
Yep, so quarter 2 is going to be starting here soon, and that means Concordia will have the first call.
Yep, and BV is doing some practicing. It looks like some marking to make sure that they've got it down, especially since you said we are missing a person at least.
Yeah,
it's got to be hard. Trying to figure out ways to make it all work.
Yes,
even though you don't have everybody.
So you need a certain amount of people for each thing, and I think we have just the right number for those pyramid rounds.
Yeah, for sure. So what are your plans for the rest of the day? You got a lot of homework, or are you just going to take a nap?
I do. I'll probably go rest for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I have some family things this weekend, so
okay,
I'll probably leave tomorrow. No, my late grandfather was a state representative for a number of years, and there's some event at the Capitol on Monday, so they're doing some recognition for state representatives, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Fun to go to. I have some family coming back for that, so.
Sure, we've even got some other coaches here. I think I see a football coach.
Yeah, I know. I've seen quite a few
awesome.
coaches, so that's cool.
Yeah, for sure. Support. I mean, like,
yeah, it's very nice.
BV has such a strong community.
Yeah, for sure.
So for quarter 2, they're going to start with round 1, routine 1. And this is pyramids and tosses. And BV really does enjoy this one. So, and there's our very own Abby taking pictures of our stunt people. She actually wrote an article about them not that long ago.
Yeah.
That's on the TAC. That's awesome. Looks like they started a little off, so somebody was off. Yeah, sharp, concise, amazing movement.
It's the most important piece. The skills are skills, but you got to make it clean, and robotic is the best way to put it.
Well, and safety too.
Yep,
For sure. BV's looked amazing. So does Concordia's. I think the judges might have a hard time with that one.
Deciding that one, yeah. I think that was pretty close.
For sure. Yeah. So what's with the bubble braids? Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, so lots of people have been asking about that actually, but we try to all do the same hairstyle.
Yeah. Okay. And so that makes it really cohesive, obviously.
Yeah, it does. It really helps.
Yeah. And here's the here's a quick replay. So there's Concordia.
What did they? Oh yeah.
Oh, there's a stumble there.
Yeah.
But I think I saw one on BB's too.
Yeah.
That will be a tough decision.
That one will be hard. I know that skill specifically is really, really hard.
Yeah,
to
and you said that one's new, right?
Yeah, that's
it's
new
gotta be
around
hard.
this year. So
they've been learning it.
Yeah.
They haven't
but it's
had
hard
extra
to get
time to learn it.
the flyer's feet back into the base's hands on that one. It's a really interesting skill to put in a level 1 routine since it's pretty difficult. So.
Yeah. So do you help do each other's hair then? And all
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. So stunt is they don't like judge based off of appearance like traditional cheerleading,
Which
they
is
get,
awesome.
Yeah, which is really nice. So you don't really have to have your hair all the same or makeup done or anything, which is why we really like it. But we choose to all have the same hair, just make everything look cohesive. And we've done braids like 2 Dutch braids, like a long like that. But we just recently started doing these because they take less time, and we have a couple of people who do them, and we all kind of like sit together and get our hair done at the same time, and it's really
Cute.
fun.
Yeah, I bet.
So that's always
just
fun.
Music and just braid each other's
Yeah,
hair.
it's fun, and we can talk and like get ready for the game, which is cool.
Hype each other up.
Yeah, and we've gotten a lot of compliments on them.
Yeah, they are really cute.
CBU is like one of the biggest stunt teams. We just got to watch them at our last tournament.
Okay.
And they have won every single game they've ever played.
Really?
Yes, they are amazing. They do
That's
everything.
crazy.
They're better than perfect.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane.
How can you
and
be better than perfect?
Yeah, and their coach was amazing, and it was super cool. But they all commented on our hair, and they loved it. So
awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Here's Kaya Pernick, our ref.
It was a
Oh, and it was a tie. Mary was very excited about that. Mary is number 12. That was amazing. Yeah, so BV is now at 1 point, and Concordia is at 3.
Here. This is routine number 2.
Yep, for quarter 2, pyramids and tosses. Even the smiles before, but as soon as the music starts, they get brighter.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Awesome.
Looks like we're doing really good here so far.
I agree. Looks really good. Looks great. That looked great. Yeah, I think the
that was good. That's going to be a hard one, too.
It's always awesome when they're evenly matched in any sport because it's more fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure. I think so, too. And we historically play against D2 teams that are really, really good. So that can get kind of hard, but it's always nice when we have a team that's like at the same level as us.
Yeah, but then in that way, it's even impressive because you guys play a D2, and
yes,
I've heard that
exactly.
You even hold
yeah,
points
we can
there.
even get points there, which is really impressive, for sure.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, there's so much teamwork, camaraderie, and I don't know, everybody's just always having a great time, hyping each other up. It's amazing.
Yes, it is, and we're all really close like that, so it's fun that we can all get along so well. So
yeah. Do you guys do any team bonding at all?
Yeah, we do. When we were in Nashville this past weekend, we got let loose on Broadway and got to go do some shopping, and we all hang out. So yeah.
So Buena Vista University will be at 2 points, and Concordia University will remain at 3, and they're going to do routine 4.
both teams are forfeiting that one, so
it will be routine 6.
And I bet they'll both forfeit that one, too.
And they both forfeited that one as well. So now it's Concordia's turn to call.
Both teams double forfeit in rounds 3 and 4. That takes us to halftime.
So now we are at
We'll take a
halftime.
10-minute halftime break and come up with quarter number 3, jumps and tumbling.
So they don't just start by throwing you guys in the air. You do get a little team bonding time.
Yes, we do.
You have to throw people or be thrown.
Yes, we do.
That's awesome.
Usually we start practicing a couple of weeks before school starts in August. But we get to spend lots of time together, and the preseason is an interesting and fun time. We just get to spend time getting to know each other and learning the basics, just to make sure we're doing everything correct, and then we move on from there. And as the season goes on, especially in preseason, everyone becomes friends super quick, which is really good.
Yeah, and that's important. I mean, like we talked about with that trust. I mean,
yeah,
it's easier to trust a friend than anyone else.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And we're good enough as a team that everyone pretty much trusts each other, that no matter what is happening, you'll get caught and taken care of. So
that's awesome. Yeah. And it looks like our girls are marking some tumbling or just preparing, getting ready. So that's awesome. Making sure everything looks really good, clean. Yeah, so can you give some examples of some things you've done? I've heard of like roasting marshmallows, stuff like that. Yeah. So we are gonna go to a quick commercial, and then we'll talk about that when we get back.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we want to give our customers a large variety of options.
And that's why we created the new Buffet Your Way. All you have to do is request your favorite pizza at the counter.
I'll take a bacon cheeseburger pizza, please.
Pick it up and enjoy it with all the other great selections.
Check out the country's best chicken.
Grab a bowl of savory soup and choose from a lineup of fresh salad.
Top off your Pizza Ranch buffet with our famous cactus bread.
Now that's Buffet Your Way.
Pizza Ranch Storm Lake. Buffet your way.
Stop by and pick up your choice of BVU gear and apparel at the Lanus Campus Spirit Store.
Storm Lake Bakery has been a staple of the community since its opening in 1916. From fried cinnamon rolls to cream-filled long johns, the bakery offers a variety of baked goods. A community favorite is their delicious donut holes. Storm Lake Bakery is open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Stop by for gourmet pastries and freshly brewed coffee today.
Welcome back to the second day, second game, and third quarter of the first ever BVTV stunt broadcast between Buena Vista University and Concordia University. Before we left, I was asking Grace what their team does to bond. So I've heard like you guys roast marshmallows. What else do you do?
Yeah, we have a team meal once a week on Mondays after practice.
Oh.
We kind of sit in a quiet area and we just sit there and talk a little bit and eat our supper, and that's
nice.
been really nice. We get a lot of good bonding done there. We do some shopping together. I know lots of us, like if we're about to go grocery shopping or whatever, we send a message out and say, hey, does anyone want to go with me? And saying like we're gonna go get food or something.
Yeah.
Study. I know lots of people study together too. We've
that's awesome.
started that recently, sitting in the fireside lounge here and getting a lot of homework done, and I know that helps a lot of people.
Yeah. Awesome. We do have a replay coming up to show what happened in our last half. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Here it is. That's Concordia. It was a great toe touch. It's amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
Looks like this
Girls
is
are
their
such-
ending of
Yeah.
round 2 in the quarter 2s.
Yeah, and the girls have such solid foundations for sure.
Yeah, they are very sharp
amazing.
and
Mhm.
clean, so.
Yeah. Like we said, the girls right now are just kind of marking. Would you like to talk about some recaps from like the first half?
Yeah, for sure. I think that both teams have been doing super good. Again, today, like the second game yesterday, we're super, super close in scores here.
Yep.
I know that both teams' tumbling has been amazing today, and I think that's kind of where we're tying, and same with the pyramids and tosses rounds. They've been super good and clean on both sides,
Yeah.
even with some switch outs.
Yeah, they're
from
definitely
BV.
doing better on the second game
Yeah.
so far already. And I mean, yesterday that was the same thing. It was just
Yeah.
really close, and towards the end they actually kept on tying, and then one would get ahead and then they tied. So that was really fun.
Yeah, I could see the same thing
Yeah.
happening this game for sure. I think that sometimes just that pep talk in the locker room before the next game is what really gets them going. So.
Yeah, definitely. Especially since you said that like BV's really good at pyramids and tosses. Concordia is really good at partner stunts, and then they both are pretty decent at jumps and tumbling.
Yeah,
but
so-
BV, like you said, has some really strong tumblers.
Yeah, that's
So yeah, like it could really end up tying up and being
Yeah.
a really close game.
It's for sure where the ties are, and especially when we get into quarter 4, where all the points are scored. That's going to be interesting.
Yes. Yeah, and at that point, really whoever wins that is how that goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Quarter 4 is what matters the most.
Yeah, they kind of have a second chance at everything they've done so far, and can
Yep,
get to
'cause-
either recover or miss the points there. So
Yep, and they do have 3 points for each part there as long as they compete in all 3.
yes,
So.
yep.
Yeah, so for quarter 3, we do have jumps and tumbling. And then quarter 4 will be team routine. And quarter 4 consists of partner stunts, jumps and tumbling, and then pyramids and tosses.
Yes.
And like Grace said earlier, they do pyramids and tosses last just kind of to have a photo opportunity, really.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it does look amazing, so that makes sense. Yeah. We are going to go to a quick commercial, and then we'll be back.
Storm Lake Bakery has been a staple of the community since its opening in 1916. From fried cinnamon rolls to cream-filled long johns, the bakery offers a variety of baked goods. A community favorite is their delicious donut holes. Storm Lake Bakery is open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Stop by for gourmet pastries and freshly brewed coffee today.
It's Cone from downtown. Bang! She's got it. What a shot
From the parking lot. Oh my goodness.
Madison tracks down the ball for the Beavers.
What a great catch, able to track it down. Absolute ball hawk.
Rocking with the serve, and that's an ace.
Nice attack there, really put it right on target.
Can't complain. You love seeing competition like this from the Beavers.
Good evening, and welcome to the first annual Digi Games presented by Storyteller Central. Competition is about underway, so let's throw it down to Carter in the weight room.
Thank you, Isaac. The atmosphere here is electric as the competitors are going head-to-head to find the superior Digi organization. Back to you.
I can just feel the energy from here, Carter. Let's take a look at what's about to go down. BVTV kicks it off with the stability test, a true endurance battle working those calves to the limit. KBVU takes on a new challenge in the vocal pull-ups, a true test of vocal strength. Rounding out the bunch, the TAC takes on a true forearm test building strength for all night rides.
And the action is underway. Make sure to tune in next time to see who comes out on top. Back to you, Isaac.
Now that makes me Digi proud.
Day of the first ever BBTV stunt broadcast. We are at halftime right now, but they're going to be starting quarter 3 in a few, in about 30 seconds. And we do have Concordia University here as well as Buena Vista University, and we are at Buena Vista University. So this is actually their first ever home game and their first ever game in Iowa. So, I mean, lots of firsts here today. I mean, they just had their first ever senior night here at BV. Amazing. A lot of great things happening. It looks like they're lining up for third quarter, which is jumps and tumbling.
Quarter number 3, jump and tumbling.
And BB has said routine 2.
I think this is BV's tumbler's favorite round here, so I know they're a big fan of 2.
Awesome. Hopefully that'll give them a leg up. Just waiting for that. Yep, and there's the whistle. Music, yeah. Beautiful. Oh, little step there, but I'm getting to the point where I almost know the music.
Yeah. The songs get really repetitive for sure.
That was beautiful.
That was really good on both
Lovely.
sides there.
Yeah. And there's BB's, a whole bunch of BB students cheering on for their fellow classmates, which is awesome.
All the time.
That's great. So what do you look forward to seeing happen throughout the rest of your season?
Yeah, so this is probably our last game of the season today. We have a short little break here for a couple of weeks out of practice since we've been practicing since before school even started this year. So, and like we kind of talked about earlier, we'll find out about nationals and for like rankings at the end of the season. I think they come out April 9th, so we'll be really interested to see that. I think that the top 3 teams for D3 go to nationals. So we'll see how rankings change from this game and the rest of the games for other teams for the rest of the season.
Awesome, yeah, and I mean BV's definitely got a shot. Just 7th right now.
Yeah.
So, and BV did get that point. So currently we are tied up. Buena Vista University has 3 points and Concordia University has 3 points.
It looks like
Except it looks like we're getting a challenge from Concordia University. So we'll see what happens. Challenge just means that the coach was watching and saw something and is contesting basically that BV should have won the point. So the judges will reevaluate and find out. Just check again and make sure that they actually were correct and they didn't miss anything. But the coach did have to give us specific counts, that way it doesn't take too long to look it over and figure it out. Yeah, but if Concordia's coach is wrong, they will lose a timeout. Yeah, and we are going to take a replay real quick. Here's Concordia University. It's a somersault, handspring.
Yeah, I know so official counts came out for every single move on January of this year. And I know that something that's been often contested is the clean after the front handsprings in the front that it just showed there. So that may be what's being challenged here. We'll see.
Yeah, and it does look like Kaya is back to tell. Oh, and BV still did get that point. So that would mean that Concordia does lose a timeout.
So they called routine number 3 here.
And BV is deferring. So they're just waiting for that whistle and then that ding, and then they're gonna go. So I don't know. How does it feel to be just standing there and waiting for that whistle?
It's sometimes really awkward. It's really silent and you have to stand completely still.
Yep.
And sometimes it can take a really long time and you never really know why. So
yeah, we have seen a few times where it has taken quite a while.
Yep.
And it looks like basically the ref and the judges are just communicating, make sure everybody's ready to watch.
Yeah. That's important for sure. Just make
Yeah.
sure nothing important is missed.
Yes. That was pretty good.
That was very good. Very clean.
Yeah, so they will have to get that in less than 12 deductions in order to receive the point. So our judges will have to figure that out, whether or not it works. And I mean, BV is currently kind of going over what they're going to do next. Looks like Emma's looking at some sort of next idea of what they want to do. Maybe they've got a binder of rules they're looking through, making sure everything's going right. And here's a replay real quick. This is Concordia University. Looks great. Like you said, crisp, clean. Don't really see anything wrong at all, so they might get that point there.
This is very clean.
There was a little stumble
Some
on
stumbles,
7.
Yep. This tuck, she does a great job there. That's a hard skill, a standing tuck into a jump.
Yeah, amazing.
Could be interesting. It looks like they're really thinking about it up here, so.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, there's Jerry, leads our BVTV, which is awesome. He was actually up here a minute ago taking pictures of us, probably for the Instagram. So Concordia did receive that point.
BV called routine number 1 here.
So Buena Vista University has 3 points currently, and Concordia University has 4 points. And they will go head-to-head on this one.
Super close score again.
Yeah. There's the ding music. Awesome. Number 5 is always very smiling. There's a little bit of maybe misplace on 10, 12.
This could be interesting. They're super close again.
Yeah, definitely. Not 10 or 12, 19. I don't know. I'm sure it's all hard to see. Yeah, looks like both sides were very impressed with that. So we'll have to see what the judges decide on that one. Yeah, so how do you feel about being on BVTV right now?
I was not expecting this today, but it's good. I'm enjoying.
That's awesome.
I'm glad that we can accurately display what's going on today. So
Yeah, for sure.
it's important to know what's going on. So
And we're thankful. We're so thankful that you were able to step in.
yeah, of course, I'm glad I could be here.
Yeah. So that's awesome. Oh, there's the beaver
Shot of
again.
the beaver again. I wonder who brought
Look at
that. That's
tail.
funny.
I don't know. It looks like a mom.
The
so
flower
that's
there.
fun. Yeah. The flower's adorable. I love that. Yeah, it's so cute. I hope that they don't lose that one. Just
Yeah, I don't know where the other one went. I'm not for
to
sure what happened with that
keep it
one.
caged
So
up and bring it with. And here's Kaya again, our ref. Oh, and Concordia did receive that point. So it's still a really close game, though.
timeout here from Concordia.
But Buena Vista University is currently at 3 points, and Concordia University is at 5. But it's still anyone's game. I mean, it's just definitely whoever did it more perfection. So that's what all matters for sure. I don't know. Practice means perfect holds a new level in stunts.
Yes, it does. It literally has to be picture perfect. And that's what makes it so difficult.
Yeah. We'll see. Okay, so Concordia gets a call, and they say routine 4. Like I said, we're on routine 4 and quarter 3, so this is jumps and tumbling, but they chose routine 4, and BV did defer. So that means that Concordia will have to do it in less than 12 mess-ups. So deductions, yeah. So we'll see what happens. What's your favorite skill?
I think that tuck baskets are my favorite. I think BV did one in the last game. They're just super fun and cool to do, and I think that's a real good. The crowd really likes tuck baskets for sure. So we'll see if they end up doing one in quarter 4 here.
Yep. Yeah, I did see some mistakes in that one, but we'll see if it was enough to
it
cost
looked
them the
like they
point.
might have omitted a skill or not.
Yeah, I did see that.
We'll see.
Yeah, and our athletes are just kind of icing, make sure that they're ready for whatever next. We are currently at a score of Buena Vista has 3 points, and Concordia University has 5 points. Like we said, it could be anybody's game. And our girls are just getting a chance while the judges are deliberating to rest, ice. I mean, I see someone icing their chin, so maybe they got kicked or something, and I'm sure that happens a lot. So
it does.
And here's a replay. Here's Concordia. Oh, that looks very good. That was amazing.
Very clean.
Yes.
I didn't notice there were any little bows
there
in her
was
hair.
a bit of a,
yeah,
she did miss a skill.
Yeah,
So.
which there's a lot of back and forth, and some tumblers do a lot of skills in a row, so.
Yep, looks like we're going to see the judge's decision. Oh, and they did receive the point. So Buena Vista University has 3 points, and Concordia University has 6.
We do have a coach's challenge.
Except we do have Kezia challenging that. So we will see how that plays out.
I know she did challenge this one yesterday.
Yes, she did.
So
she seems to be very good at challenging.
Yes.
She usually gets it.
Yes, for sure.
Because I've seen the other side challenge a few times, but they usually don't get much out of it.
Yeah, especially if we've been paying enough attention that we can see their...
That was very quick.
That brings us to the end of the third quarter. Concordia Chicago 6, Buena Vista 3.
So now we will be going into fourth quarter. And we are at Buena Vista University 3 points and Concordia University 6 points. So can you talk a little bit about how quarter 4 is different than any other quarter we have?
Yeah, so the combination of adding all of the routines into one big giant routine makes it super hard, and but it also gives the players a second chance at the routines that they might have missed things on before. It's a lot harder since it is a minute and a half long of pure just moving through everything, and it's really difficult, and you have to do a lot of conditioning to get used to that for sure. It makes it very hard, especially if you have smaller teams like we do here. There aren't enough people really to switch out for everything to give people a break.
Yeah, and the song that played before this song, Final Countdown, I mean, that's where they're at. Final Countdown, it's the last game, and it's the last quarter, so, I mean, this is for...
Still super close.
Yes, it is.
Especially going into quarter 4, so we'll see.
Just 3 points, and like we said, everyone for quarter 4 gets 3 points as long as they do all 3 skills. So, yeah, it's anyone's game. Definitely depends. Concordia is dancing. 26 and 3 are having a great time, just holding each other's hands and dancing back and forth. Well, we do have, like I said, a lot of BV students. That's actually my friend Maddie. She came to watch Mary. That's awesome. Yeah, support is important for every sport.
Yeah,
it's awesome that we finally get to see how this works.
Exactly, and I think lots of our friends and family just don't have any clue how it works, so it's kind of nice for them to be able to see it in person.
Well, definitely, if your guys are going all the way to Tennessee, it's hard to try to decide if you're going to make that travel or not.
Yep.
So this is quarter 4, and in this quarter, teams will be performing a combined routine with 3 segments. Teams are awarded points for each of the 3 segments for 1 round. Depending on which team wins each segment, teams can score up to 3 points per round. So BV does get to decide, and they have chose routine 2. And it looks like our girls are going to do tumbling. jumps and tumbling, and not partner stunts.
Yep, we'll skip that one today, it looks like.
And then we'll see whether or not they do pyramids and tosses at the end. Say that was almost completely perfect.
They have this round very good.
They do. I did not see anything, but I'm not a judge, so I wouldn't know.
Those were really good. They stuck those perfectly.
Say I didn't see really any mess ups at all. Same with these though. Both look extremely good. Yeah, I'm completely cohesive. I am. Oh, and we are having pyramids and stunts for both. Pyramids and tosses for both. So that's awesome. BV really does seem to enjoy that.
Yeah. This is a lot of back-to-back here for all of our girls who are in all of these rounds.
Yes, gotta be tired. It's gotta take a physical toll.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of these girls are gonna go back to their dorms or back to their hotel and take a nap.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
I mean, I'm considering doing that myself. So
that's good.
That looks awesome. Oh, and there's Lily. We did have her yesterday. She helped commentate yesterday. Now our judges will just go through and figure out if, for the first one, since BB did not do a partner stunt, if Concordia met less than 8 deductions, and then for the other two, who did it better and who does deserve those points. So Concordia does have the possibility to receive all 3 points, and BB has the possibility to receive at least 2 points. So
But they could still tie.
yes, definitely. Definitely. Always an option. Our judges are hard at work trying to figure out what to do. And so we do have a replay here. This is, oh, maybe we have a replay. Yep. No. Yep, there's Concordia. So there's their partners, not their partner stunts, but their pyramids and tosses. And yeah, that looked amazing.
Interesting. That one could be interesting.
Yes, for sure.
First round are as follows for
So
partner stunts.
they did get the partner stunts. Concordia did get the point for partner stunts. Jumps and tumbling did go to BV. Pyramids and tosses also went to Concordia. So currently Buena Vista University is at 4 points and Concordia University is at 8 points. So we will see what happens. They did just take a timeout.
Yeah. Oh, this could be interesting.
Yeah, looks like everybody's starting to get a little tense. I mean, I'm sure they're really trying to win this. So, let's see what happens. Great cheers. Awesome. Okay, so we'll see who gets to call the next one.
Pretty sure it's Concordia to call this one.
Yep, you're right.
Yep.
And they called 3. Routine 3.
I'm sure BV will forfeit all of those.
Yep, it does
Just
look
make it a
like
little
BV
difficult
is
for
deferring.
them. They must have worked on this routine last night. It's very clean today.
Yeah, Concordia is going to at least do jumps and tumbling, so we'll see what else happens with that. Just waiting patiently for that whistle and the ding. There's the whistle, there's the ding.
This is for sure my favorite music out of any of the rounds.
Yeah, and right now they're all just kind of marking, making sure that everyone knows when they have to get on the mat.
Yeah, it's hard, especially if you're not marking on the sides and know when you have to come on. There's
Yeah,
only
I
a
bet.
little bit of change in the music to give you any hint. So marking out any routine marks the 30 seconds. So that's usually the time measurement they use.
Yeah. And I know we have a lot of, at least our BV students on stunt in choir, so I'm sure that helps.
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure. It's really easy to get off count. So having those people who know how to count music is very helpful.
Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, and Emma seems to keep everyone on track.
Yes, for sure.
Make sure everybody knows what they're doing.
Those were good tucks.
They were.
Good tuck.
So much to watch. Yep, and nobody will take the floor for pyramids. So then there will just be 1 point here, a possibility of 1 point. Whether or not Concordia receives that, it depends.
They did do it pretty clean, but they had a couple of bobbles and some feet weren't pointed on the jumps there, and that's an important piece.
Yeah, I bet.
So as clean as possible is the goal.
Yes, for sure. So you said this is your last season and you're not going to do stunt next year?
Yes, this is my last season. I'm going to finish school here in December, so I will
awesome.
not be on campus in the spring. So
Well, it's kind of a bummer that you weren't able to.
it is,
this.
yeah, it is, but it's okay.
The points awarded in the second round are as follows. For partner stunts.
Yeah, 0. Nobody did it.
They did get the point for the jumps
Yep,
there.
they did. And nobody got pyramids and tosses because nobody did it. So Buena Vista University is at 4 points, and Concordia University would be at 9 points now.
Kezia called routine 1 here.
Looks like we do have a spotter.
Yes.
Waiting for in anticipation for that music. A little stumble over there on BV, but they did save it pretty well.
Yep, good recovery.
Yeah.
It's important to keep going even if you have a little fall.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like they are going to do tumbling and jumps as well.
I'm sure, yeah, it looks like they're going to do pyramids too.
Kiana, number 4, did seem like she was struggling with that a little bit earlier, but it looked a lot better.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah.
She does have an all-new group today, so
yeah. It's gotta be hard. Just kind of rolling with the punches, figuring it out. And that looks great too. So here is our pyramids and tosses. That looks great. Oh, there. That's amazing.
good baskets there.
Oh,
the stumble.
Yep.
The last one right there wouldn't count.
Okay, well that's good.
Or shouldn't count.
We'll see what happens.
That was interesting. This one could be close. I'm sure this will take a lot of time to deliberate on.
Yeah, because I have to check every single one.
Was that the last? I think that one might have been the last. It's hard to keep track of all of them.
It is very hard to keep track of all of them. You should start writing down tallies.
I know.
If I ever do this again, I'll know exactly
Yes,
what to do.
there you go. It's very different from everything else. So
Yes,
it's hard to know.
It's a learning game.
How to prepare.
Nothing like basketball or volleyball or anything like that. We do have a replay real quick. So here's Concordia. Oh yeah, and there's a there.
Wow.
I did not see
that.
That
was a
but
really
that is
good
a big
catch,
mess up.
but that was a
Yeah, it was just safe, like a good recovery, but yeah, the judges will probably take some deductions on that for sure.
It really could be either teams.
It could be, yeah. They both seem to have a little bit of trouble with that last part. That must be the hardest one then, just with that new move. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
so
it's supposed to be the easiest round for pyramids and tosses. It goes easiest to hardest, so ones are easiest, and the closer you get to 8 is the hardest. So
will that one be there next year as well?
Yes. So,
okay, so they'll learn how to perfect that then.
Yeah. So the odd routines, the odd number routines, will be recycled for next year.
And why do they do that again?
I think it's just to make it easier on everybody, so you have less routines to learn. I'm sure it's also really hard for them to come up with the routine, so I'm not fully for sure on why they do that.
Yeah, I'd say part of it's probably so nobody gets an advantage over another.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, so here's our ref. So partner stunts did go to Concordia. Johnson Tumbling did go to Concordia. And pyramids and tosses did go to Concordia. So Buena Vista University is at 4 points and Concordia University is at 12 points. And someone did take a timeout. Did you see who that was?
Yeah, it was Concordia.
Okay.
So I guess this is probably our last
Yes,
routine.
I think this is the last one. So, okay, so Storm Lake Bakery, we want to thank the Storm Lake Bakery for taking care of our crew with some delicious donuts. Be sure to start your day off with a fresh homemade donut, roll, or pastry. Storm Lake Bakery is open weekday mornings at 5:30 a.m. and Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. with fresh baked goods. The Storm Lake Bakery offers a large variety of donuts, pastries, and breads. They also do cakes made to order for all occasions, even wedding cakes. The Storm Lake Bakery is located right on Main Street in Storm Lake, Iowa. Check it out and enjoy. Do you know what else they provide at the Storm Lake Bakery? I mean, I'm sure.
Oh, they have everything. I know me and my boyfriend love to go on Saturdays and we just go and pick up some breakfast.
Yeah.
I think they have, I want to say they have cinnamon rolls. They have like any kind of donut you can imagine. And he likes like the old people, like jelly-filled gross donuts.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of jelly-filled either.
Yeah, he always gets like the weird donuts.
I can do cream-filled, but not
jelly-filled.
jelly-filled.
See, I'm not a, So I just get the basic ones, but they have quite the selection. It's always super, super good.
Yeah, awesome. Our community is so supportive. I mean, they've provided us with donuts, they've provided us with pizza, and they're going to do it again, which is amazing.
So nice, yeah.
So here is our ref, and Concordia does get to decide, and we are doing routine 4.
I'm sure BV will probably forfeit all of the rounds in 4 since the other team called they don't have to do anything.
Yep, and it does look like BV is deferring. And on Concordia's side, we do have 2 spotters just in case something happens. But they can't touch anything, right? Unless there's anything that goes
unless
wrong.
it's falling.
Yep. Oh, a little
Good
stumble on
recovery here.
7. Oh, and they're going to do tumbling as well. Johnson tumbling. But they do have to be careful of those deductions since BB is not doing any of it.
stumbles there,
on
but
12, yep.
they really do have great jumps here, and their tumbling is super, super sharp and good.
For sure. And it does not look like anyone is going to do the pyramids and tosses for this one. No. So it'll just be BV could receive, or not BV, Concordia University could receive up to 2 points on this.
Yep.
So, yeah. Looks like they're kind of huddling up.
Yep.
On both sides. So, we'll just have to see what happens. Coaches are just kind of hyping them up. At least on Concordia's side,
Yep.
they're all dancing.
Yeah, it's kind of a bittersweet for sure on BV, I think, because
Yeah.
this is probably the last game of the
Yeah.
season. So,
Yeah, it looks like maybe they're getting some sort of pep talk a little bit. But yeah, and our judges are going through it, for sure, trying to figure out how it went for Concordia and whether or not they deserve that point or not. But, yeah. BV does look great, and they've done a great job, so we'll just sometimes just don't have the day, and I mean, I'm sure with missing some people.
yeah, for sure. That always complicates things,
Yeah,
but
for sure. It's gotta be
the
hard.
recovery was
Yeah,
great
they did
for
very
that.
well.
Yeah.
For sure. And here's our replay. It's Concordia University.
Yeah.
That was almost completely
Their back handsprings are
flawless.
super good. This tuck.
Yeah,
very
and 12 did stumble a little bit there. But for the most part, that was, really, really good. It does look like everyone's just kind of holding each other and hanging out.
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
The points awarded in this final round are as follows. For partner stunts,
They did get partner
for
stunts.
jumps and tumbling,
And they did get jumps.
No
No,
points
they did
awarded.
not. They did not get jumps and
for
tumbling.
pyramids and tosses,
They also
no
did
points
not get
awarded.
that. So Concordia University ended with 13 points, and Buena Vista University ended with 4 points. So Concordia University did win. Well, that was really exciting to watch. Didn't end up being as tied up as we thought maybe it would be. But yeah, Concordia was just able to pull their A game for sure. And Buena Vista University, I mean, they did their best. So it was amazing to watch.
A good last game.
Yeah, definitely. And even like right now going through and doing handshakes, it's nobody seems bitter or angry,
Oh,
which
for
is
sure,
always
yeah.
awesome because it's important. You don't want that. Yeah, but so we are gonna come back in a little bit after a quick commercial, and we'll wrap up.
You're always. Line.
Cut.
I need to talk to you. Just trust me on this one, okay?
I hope you know what you're doing.
You always made me Digi proud.
It's pretty good.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we want to give our customers a large variety of options.
And that's why we created the new Buffet Your Way. All you have to do is request your favorite pizza at the counter.
I'll take a bacon cheeseburger pizza, please.
Pick it up and enjoy it with all the other great selections.
Check out the country's best chicken.
Grab a bowl of savory soup and choose from a lineup of fresh salad.
Top off your Pizza Ranch buffet with our famous cactus bread.
Now that's Buffet Your Way.
Pizza Ranch Storm Lake. Buffet your way.
Storm Lake Bakery has been a staple of the community since its opening in 1916. From fried cinnamon rolls to cream-filled long johns, the bakery offers a variety of baked goods. A community favorite is their delicious donut holes. Storm Lake Bakery is open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Stop by for gourmet pastries and freshly brewed coffee today.
Welcome back for the last time to the second day of the first ever BVTV stunt broadcast. So Concordia University did end up winning both games today, but BV did give it their all for sure. Looks like we're trying to get some pictures on the mat right now. During our commercial, our BV stunt was showing off a little bit, so that was fun to watch. Grace, you want to talk about a little bit how all the games went, what you expected, what you didn't expect, all that
Yeah,
type
for
of stuff.
sure. I think BV played super well today. Like we were discussing, we had a lot of injuries and sickness, so a couple of people were out today, which made it kind of hard. Lots of changes were made last minute this morning, but everybody still played super well. There wasn't anything that went really poorly, and I think from the beginning of the season to now, we've improved a lot. So I'm very proud to see that.
Definitely, and that's what it's all about. I mean, just improving, doing better, and then coming back next year and improving again. So that's what it's all about, for sure. And like we have said throughout this broadcast, Concordia is currently in 5th place and BV is in 7th place. So we'll see. Might expect that ranking to change a little bit either way. So we'll just have to see what happens. But yeah. Our girls did a great job. The community was great. We want to thank everybody for coming out. I mean, it's been a great show for sure. Yeah, but we do have a hot play of the game. Here's Concordia for their pyramids and tosses. And you know, that was really solid and strong, for sure. Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, beautiful. But yeah, so it looks like everybody's about ready to wrap up and go home. So that'll be nice. But yeah, it's been great to have, to be able to be here as BVTV to get the first ever BVTV stunt broadcast. Because like we've said over and over again, this is their first time at Buena Vista University, but as well as being in Iowa, because they usually have to compete in Tennessee or Missouri or places such as that. So yeah, that's a lot to go on.
Yeah, it was a really good game today. I'm very proud of how everybody played, and it was a good last game for our seniors, so that's really cool and nice to get all of our friends and family to come and see.
Yeah, so can you talk about our seniors a little bit again?
Yeah, so our actual seniors this year are Emma Chase and Jasmine Turvin. Both of them have been on at least a cheer team for all 4 years that they've been at school here. Both of them are great people, and they're super good friends, and they're our captains this year. They've done a really good job at keeping everybody organized and in line, and they've been a really good inspiration for everybody too. So that was really cool to see, and I'm sure they're sad about the season ending.
I've seen a few tears.
Yeah, for sure, and I know that next year, Emma will be coming back. She's going to be our part-time coach.
Yeah,
so
that'll be awesome.
That'll be really good. She's very knowledgeable.
Be a great asset.
Yes, for sure. She's very knowledgeable on everything stunt-wise. So yeah, that's really good to hear that she'll be coming back too.
Yeah, and I've heard her talk about it, and she's so excited to do that.
Yes, I think that's a great position for her.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, well, it was so great to talk to you all today. I'm Amelia Jacobs, and this is Grace Downey, and we really enjoyed having you watch today. Feel free to tune in for other broadcasts as they come up. Have a great day.